Hi there, how are you doing today? In the previous video, we discussed about how to extract the data from a table using DQL or DRL, which is nothing but data query language and data retrieval language, and basically nothing but like select statement. So we also discussed, how to give the alias names for a column and how to give the alias name for a table. And also we looked at how to select all the columns and then, the columns that we want to be retrieved in the first place. We also looked at what are the constraints and best practices while giving aliases. We also looked at how to use the wild characters to return the data from the table, right? So, however, we did not discuss about few operators. Some of them are like greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, between operator. This is something missing over here. We did not discuss about between operator, and then we did not discuss about not equal to operator, and then we did not talk about sorting operator, right? So before we try to understand greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to, between operator and sorting operations, let's try to understand what are the char values and SQ values, right? CHR, it is not CHER, it is just char of 10 from GL, right? So char of 10 is returning us a character. As we can see, it's a special operator, right? Similarly, we can do it vice versa. Select ASCII of, let's say, I want to search it, for A from GL, and we can say it is 65, right? So similarly, we can do it for any character. There is no limitation, all right? So the reason why I'm talking about this is for each and every character, there's a numerical representation. And whenever we want to do greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, between operator and sorting, usually these are meant for numbers. However, Oracle does support for character columns as well. In case, let's say that I have the data from of in a table called customers. Let's say that select star from customers, right? So here, what I want to do is give me all the customers whose name between A and B, right? Where customer underscore name like A and B, not like it is. It should be in, right? You can see that I'm getting one. How does it know that it has to apply this? Because usually character strings cannot be searched using the between operator. So behind the scenes, what happens is it will try to convert these values into the numerical representation and here as well, and then it will try to search for it, right? And as I have shown, for A, it is 65, and if I do the same thing for B, then this is what the value is going to be, right? So we can search for ABC. So here it is taking it by default A. All right. Now, um, the similar way we can also mention where name greater than A, right? Anybody whose name is greater than A, give me all those kind of customers. As we can see, we're getting everything, right? So this is how we can do. Next thing. So the similar way we can do it greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, whatnot. And if I want to get all the customers whose name not equal to A, then we can say not equal to A, and we'll get all these names. If we just want A, then I can specify A, and I'll get only the specific row, right? So now let's come back to the sorting operation. So what is sorting? Sorting is nothing but if I have the customers data here, select start from customers. Here we have the three columns. One is customer ID, customer name, and country. I want to sort the data based on the customer name, or based on the country, or based on the customer ID. How can I do it? So what we can do is order by. In other programming languages, people give it as like sort underscore sort, something like that. So in Oracle SQL, it is order by. Order by based on what? Right? Let's say that I want to order the data based on the customer name. So I can say that customer underscore name. Do I want to order the data in ascending order or descending order. For now, I would like to make it in ascending order. If I don't specify anything, by default, it takes it as ascending order. If I specify, then whatever the order is specified, it will be taking it as it is, right? So here, if I do this now, the data is ordered. And the reason why we have dollar and then numerical representation first of all, and then all the names whose first character is starting with uppercase, and then I have lower cases at the bottom as well, right? The reason for that is I show you. Let us take it for one, and then ASCII of A, ASCII of lowercase a, right? We do now. You can see that lowercase of ASCII A is going to be 97, uppercase of ASCII A is going to be 45, sorry 65, and ASCII value of 49 is, I mean, one is 49. So this is low. That is the reason when we do the ordering in ascending order, we can see that one is coming first, then uppercase A is coming. I mean, like all the uppercase letters, and similarly, all the lowercase comes next, right? That's how it is ordering the data. Okay, and if I want to order the data based on the customer ID as well, then I can say that customer ID in what order? Descending order. So what happens is once the data is ordered in this case, for example, if you see we have two strings which are like Venkat and Venkat, right? However, they I mean, let's say that they both are same, but their customer IDs are different. Then within this, I would like to order them. First 7 has to come, then 9 has to come, something like that. Then I can specify the second column its own order. Now you can see that we have got the data, right? Of course, there is no change. Instead, what we'll do is like we'll change it to ascending order. Sorry. Uh, Even whether it is ascending order or descending order, it's going to be the same. The reason for that is here these two values are not exactly same. That is the reason. What we can do, we'll insert one more row into the table. Let's say that insert into customer self, customer name, and then country, right? And values. I'll insert one more Venkat, and then India. Once again, India. I'll just insert it. All right. So now, if we sort the data, and let's try to look for Venkat. Okay. So here we have two different rows, right? For Venkat, India itself. What is the first ordered? It is customer name. So based on customer name, the data has been ordered. And then we said that customer ID descending order. So here we have the customer ID. And because I specified descending order, 15 came first and then 2 has come in the second place. I can actually change it to ascending order. And if we look back once again now, 2 has come up and 15 has come down, right? So this is how we can specify how to order the data. So we can actually specify even the custom sorting as well, like, by converting the actual characters into the numerical representation, or I mean, without specifying that also, as we can see, even the characters can also be sorted out. All right, so that's all about this video, and in our next video we'll try to understand what are joins in the SQL.